Warning, unexpected meteor activity.
The story begins 65 million years ago on a distant planet called Samaras. Our protagonist, Mills, a seasoned spaceship pilot, is preparing for his longest mission yet. Although hesitant, Mills is convinced by his wife to take on a 2-year space exploration for triple the pay, money they desperately need to pay for their daughter Navine's life-saving treatment. With a heavy heart, Mills embarks on this journey, hoping it will help extend his daughter's life. Things take a turn when, mid-journey, Mills's ship, the Zoic Exploratory Charter 3703, is struck by unexpected asteroid debris. At first, he runs a quick systems check, assessing the damage and making sure his passengers are safe. But then, disaster strikes. The ship takes more hits, its trajectory goes off course, and it plummets onto an unknown planet. Little does Mills know, he's just crash-landed on prehistoric Earth. Before Mills starts his journey, hit the subscribe button so you won't miss another spacey movie recap from us. Barely surviving the impact, Mills pulls a jagged piece of metal out of his stomach and treats the wound, gritting his teeth through the pain. Armed with a gun, he stumbles outside to assess the damage, only to find the lifeless bodies of his passengers scattered across the wreckage, alone and stranded. He returns to the ship, sending a distress signal to his team as he's the only survivor.
An asteroid debris filled to hit my ship. All passengers are dead, no reason for recovery.
The Zoic is destroyed, split in half, and most escape pods are gone. Desperate, Mills considers ending his own life, but memories of Navine pull him back from the brink. Just when it seems all hope is lost, Mills receives a signal from one of the missing pods. There's another survivor, a young girl named Koa, and he finds her unconscious but alive. As he carries her back to the ship, he stumbles upon something that shakes him to his core, a giant footprint of a dinosaur, a creature unknown to him. In the distance, he hears roar. What Mills doesn't know is that he's landed on a planet crawling with prehistoric predators, and they're closing in. While Koa sleeps, Mills tries to locate an escape vessel using the Zoic system, but no location is found. Determined to assess their surroundings, he ventures outside and discovers massive dinosaur skeletons near a geyser, an alien landscape that puzzles him. Soon after, Mills spots a shiny object on top of a distant mountain. Using his gear, he confirms it's an escape vessel from the Zoic, but it's 15 kilometers away. As he processes this discovery, a group of small, aggressive dinosaurs appear. One charges at him, but Mills kills it in self-defense. Returning to the crash site, Mills finds Koa, who is now awake, hiding behind a bush. Startled, she runs, but he chases after her, and they both tumble near a decaying carcass. Hearing a terrifying roar, they turn to see a massive dinosaur approaching. Mills wastes no time, pulling Koa back to the safety of the Zoic. While tending to a burn on Koa's arm, Mills introduces himself. He explains that he's the pilot of the spaceship and had been transporting her and the other passengers home before they crash-landed. He tells her that she's been in cryostasis for a long time, and due to the destruction of their navigation system, he doesn't know where they've landed. He informs her about the escape vessel on top of the mountain, explaining that it's their only chance to leave the planet, but he also warns her that dangerous alien creatures, unlike anything they've encountered before, roam the area. Koa tries to communicate with Mills, but he can't understand her language as she's from the upper territories, and his translation device is broken. To bridge the gap, Mills uses red powder to draw on a metal table, showing Koa their mission: reach the escape vessel on top of the mountain. When Koa draws 2 stick figures representing her family, Mills lies, telling her her parents are waiting for her at the top.
Yeah, they're here.
Mills sends out another distress call, reporting that the 9-year-old daughter of the Ona family, Koa, is alive and well, but her parents didn't survive. As they prep for the journey, Koa stumbles upon Navine's videos, watching the memories of Mills' daughter. Before leaving, Mills arms himself and tells Koa to stay quiet. After traveling a few kilometers, Koa notices a strange red light near the moon. On the way, Koa finds poisonous berries and throws them at Mills, who warns her not to eat them.
Don't eat. In your mouth. Down to your stomach.
He swats a huge insect from his neck, but struggles to wipe its sticky body fluid against a tree, making Koa laugh. Suddenly, a tree crashes down in front of them, and they hear a menacing chittering sound. They hide but stumble upon a small, trapped dinosaur. Koa runs to its aid, alarming Mills. Since Koa won't leave it, Mills helps her rescue the dinosaur. As the tame dinosaur slowly walks away, a group of smaller and more aggressive dinosaurs attack it and feast on its carcass. Koa screams in fear, prompting Mills to immediately pull her behind a plant and cover her mouth to not attract the carnivorous dinosaurs toward their direction. As the carnivorous dinosaurs roam around the area, a scared Mills hugs Koa, who's quietly sobbing. To Mills' relief, they leave upon hearing a loud squeal. Mills warns Koa she'll get herself killed if she doesn't listen to him.
You have to listen to me. You're gonna get yourself killed.
They rest by a waterfall, where Mills tends to his wound. He gives Koa water and shows her how to refill the container, which reminds him of his bond with Navine. Koa finds a flower and puts it on Mills' hair. As Mills and Koa continue their journey, their signal cuts out and the GPS fails. Desperate for a way forward, Mills climbs a massive tree to get a signal, but as he swats away some insects, the branch breaks. He crashes to the ground, dislocating his shoulder. While Mills tries to pop his shoulder back in place, a group of huge carnivorous dinosaurs shows up. He instructs Koa to step on his arm, fixing it just in time for him to grab his gun and shoot at an attacking dinosaur. He tells Koa to run while he holds the others off. Koa hides behind a log near the sea, but winged dinosaurs land dangerously close. She moves quietly, but a pack of carnivores arrives, scaring off the winged ones and turning their attention to her. Luckily, Mills arrives and shoots them just in time. As Koa climbs down from the log, another dinosaur drags her away, but Mills scares it off with his gun. Traumatized, Koa refuses to continue and hides by a rock. Hours later, Mills shows her how to whistle using his hands. Koa mimics him, and after some bonding, they continue their journey. They find shelter in a cave for the night. After Koa points to the sky, saying home, Mills scans the sky with his gear, prompting him to detect more asteroids. Koa gives Navine's videos to Mills, who asks why she took them and asks her to go to sleep.
Why'd you take this? Go to sleep.
He then plays one of Navine's videos and breaks down because Navine has died while he's away. Later, a loud sound wakes Mills. He rushes to Koa, finding her pale and strange liquid coming out of her mouth. He discovers an insect inside her mouth and kills it, causing Koa to awaken and vomit. Suddenly, the alarms Mills has set go off, and the pair is attacked by a gigantic dinosaur. Mills shoots and injures its eye, but it only makes the beast angrier, forcing them to retreat deeper into the cave, where the dinosaur can't reach them. Using his gear, Mills finds a path blocked by rocks. He tries hammering it open in an attempt to make it wide enough for them to pass through. When he's unsuccessful, Koa encourages him, reminding him of their mission. Hearing Koa so motivated, he feels guilty and admits he lied and that they're the only survivors. He apologizes, but Koa doesn't understand.
I lied to you and I'm sorry. They're gone.
Koa grabs the rock hammer and starts smashing at the rock, ignoring Mills, who insists it's a dead end. Suddenly, Mills remembers he still has some bombs left. He quickly sets off an explosion, creating a bigger opening. He hands Koa a small bag with a couple of bombs inside, teaching her how to activate them just in case. Koa crawls through the narrow opening and makes it to the other side safely. But when Mills tries to follow, the rock collapses, trapping him inside and separating them. As Mills searches for an exit, he's attacked by a dinosaur which bites his arm. Barely managing to fight it off, Mills grabs his gear and uses a high-pitched sound to distract the creature, giving him just enough time to shoot it down. Meanwhile, Koa safely exits the cave and finds herself in a dense forest. Hearing distant dinosaur roars, she prepares by smearing poison berries onto a large dinosaur claw she finds, wrapping it in a leaf to take with her. Finally, Mills escapes the cave and spots the red light in the sky, now much closer and clearer. Scanning it with his gear, he discovers it's a massive asteroid and its impact on Earth is imminent. Mills searches for Koa, and soon he hears her scream as she's being chased by a carnivorous dinosaur. Rushing to help her, Mills falls into quicksand, sinking deeper with every movement. Koa! Meanwhile, Koa crawls into a hollow tree log, and when the dinosaur follows her, she exits the log, traps it inside, and blows it up using the bombs Mills gave her. As Mills disappears under the quicksand, Koa arrives just in time to pull him out. He gasps for air and hugs her, grateful for the rescue. Mills then shows Koa a projection of the asteroid from his gear, pointing out that it's the same one that caused their crash. He warns her that the asteroid will hit Earth in less than 12 hours.
It's coming here.
The two press on and finally reach the escape vessel at the mountain's peak. Mills powers it up and to his relief confirms that his distress signal was received and that rescue is on the way. But as Mills checks the systems, Koa searches for her parents and realizes Mills had lied to her. Mills apologizes to an angry and emotional Koa.
Follow me!
I'm sorry.
Follow me!
He shows her Navine's photo and shares with her that the last time he saw his daughter, she was mad at him because he had to leave for his job. She then died of her illness while he was away. He promises to get Koa to safety and apologizes again. Touched, Koa hugs him, and they share a moment of understanding. As debris from the asteroid rains down on Earth, Mills and Koa scramble aboard the escape vessel. Just as they think they're safe, asteroid fragments strike, sending the vessel tumbling down the mountain. Koa frantically tries to launch the vessel, but its orientation system is down. She shakes Mills, who lies unconscious, hoping to wake him. When he finally stirs, they're confronted by two menacing dinosaurs. Mills rushes out, drawing the creatures away from the vessel. When Mills' gun jams, Koa, still inside, has a quick-thinking idea. She plays a video of Navine, which not only distracts the dinosaurs but also tugs at Mills' heartstrings. Seizing the moment, he manages to take down one dinosaur and fires at the second, which is attacking the vessel until it collapses. With the immediate threat neutralized, the vessel's orientation is restored, initiating the repair cycle. But just then, the vengeful dinosaur Mills, previously injured, appears, and he shouts for Koa to launch the ship.
Launch the ship!
As the dinosaur zeroes in on him, Koa screams in terror. Mills leads it to a geyser field, but the creature seems unfazed by the boiling steam. In a heroic moment, Koa stabs the dinosaur's good eye with a large claw coated in poison berries, distracting it just long enough for it to stumble into a geyser and meet a fiery end. With the danger behind them, Koa and Mills finally board the escape vessel. They launch into the sky, leaving Earth just seconds before the asteroid hits, triggering a cataclysmic event and the extinction of the dinosaurs. As they navigate towards the coordinates for their rescue, Koa grips Mills' hand tightly, who is emotional as he remembers Navine. In the aftermath of this event, Earth undergoes evolution, eventually becoming the planet that we know today.